Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. This segment of the news is sponsored by TravelSpan Vacations. Come October, the Venezuelan government will increase by up to 100% the interest rate it charges under the PetroCaribe initiative, media reports say. PetroCaribe is an initiative of deceased Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez, which sees participating countries purchasing oil on conditions of preferential payment. The initiative allows for participating nations, including St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to purchase oils but only pay 5 to 50% upfront and the remainder over a period of up to 25 years at 1% interest if oil prices are below $40 per barrel. Reports say that beginning in October, the interest rates will be increased to 2 to 4%, but could be lower for poorer nations. Eyewitness News is unaware of any statement by the Dr. Rolf Gonzalez administration on the development, but in Jamaica, the announcement seems to have taken the government by surprise. Both Energy Minister Philip Powell and Finance and Planning Minister Dr. Peter Phillips were unable to comment on Sunday. Beyond that, they had not received any official information from Venezuela of any such increase. Guyana is not only building one of the most expensive hydroelectric plants in the world per megawatt, it is also paying among the highest interest rates for the largest section of the loan it has acquired for the project. The world average per megawatt lies at just about $2.3 million, while the Amela Falls hydroelectric plant stands at some $5 million, given the price tag of $858 million. Government has argued that one of the hydro plants that this publication drew comparisons to in Pakistan does not include a transmission line and an access road. If one were to remove those costs from the Guyana project, its per megawatt still stands at $4.1 million. Regarding the interest rates being paid to the China Exim Bank for the $500 million loan, Amela Falls Hydro Inc. has inked an agreement committing to repay at 8.5%. An assessment of the loans provided for hydropower plants around the world reveals that the very bank that Guyana has committed to, paying 8.5%, has agreed to lend Nigeria over $3 billion, including money for a hydropower venture there at a 3% rate of return. In 2008 also, the Chinese government, through the Exim Bank, agreed to extend a concessionary loan of $83.1 million to Gabon to fund the Grand Pubara hydroelectric project. That loan has a 3% interest rate over its 20-year term with a 7-year grace period. Favorable terms were also granted by the China Exim Bank for another hydroelectric project on the Ivory Coast in Africa that includes a 2% interest rate and a 9-year grace period on the 20-year loan of over $280.5 million. The Japan Bank for International Cooperation signed a loan agreement with the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka for a total loan of up to over 33 million yen to be used for the Upper Kutmale hydropower project being implemented by the Ceylon Electricity Board. That loan comes with a repayment interest rate of 0.75%. Japan has also agreed to extend a loan of over $157 million to the government of Nepal for the implementation of the Tanahu hydropower project in 2012. The loan carries a 0.01% interest rate per annum on the amount withdrawn and will be repaid in 30 years after a grace period of 10 years. Several other projects around the world vary from little or no interest repayments to around 6%, as against the Guyana commitment of 8.5%. During the Cybe Global Blackstone Group's recent visit to Guyana, the executive were asked to indicate how the negotiating teams came up with the 8.5% rate of return for China Exim Bank. This question was skirted. Asked about the 19% rate of return for Cybe Global, Brian Quebec, the company's president, insisted that the rate of return for its equity was at the lower end of the scale given the level of risk involved with the Amela Falls hydroelectric plant. Sean Glimzak, the senior managing director of the Blackstone Group, said the rate of return for this project is at the lower end for something that we would consider for this risk. He said the Cybe Global would be taken on the construction risk and operating risk, which are substantial in Guyana. Cuba said Tuesday it was looking forward to closer cooperation with North Korea after favorable talks in Pyongyang. The positive assessment of relations between the two communist-ruled states comes 3 weeks after the seizure in Panama of a North Korean cargo ship loaded with undeclared Cuban arms, including 2 MiG-21 fighter jets. Prensa Latina, the state-run Cuban news agency, said the talks in Pyongyang were held on the sidelines of recent celebrations marking the 60th anniversary of the end of the Korean War. Baluga is a veteran of the 1959 Cuban Revolution and a member of the party secretariat. He made no mention of the controversy over the Changchon gang in North Korean freighter that was seized July 16th as it attempted to cross the Panama Canal with assorted weapon systems hidden in a cargo of sugar. Cuba said the weapons were obsolete and were to be returned to the island after undergoing repairs in North Korea. Panama has asked a UN Secretary Council team to inspect the weapons and determine if Pyongyang or Havana violated UN sanctions. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. Stay tuned.
Since we announced Sign and Drive with zero out-of-pocket and low monthly payments, cars been flying out of Bronx Honda at a record pace. Whoa! New Accord with zero out-of-pocket for $249 a month, or new Civics just $199 per month, or save thousands with 0% financing. You never have to leave the Bronx to get the best price on the Honda. Bronx Honda guarantees the lowest price in the Bronx. Bronx Honda, East Tremont Avenue. Visit BronxHonda.com.
Hey, excuse me, if you see me smiling, that's 'cause I'm chilling on Total Caribbean Network. It's your boy Wyclef Jean, man, and I'm chilling, man. Total Caribbean Network.